I have been filming. Let me just see. You'll not believe this. I've been filming for the last 2 minutes with my front camera facing, with my camera facing the other side. Welcome back to my little YouTube channel, guys. Welcome back, YouTube family. We are 93. So I want to go to 100. I never thought I would get here in less than a month. I really thought it would just be me and my family members, guys, honestly. The ones I told you I'll threaten, I just thought it would be me and them. But here we are, 93. I love it. 7 to 100. I cannot express how happy that makes me. If you haven't subscribed, yes, please do subscribe, like, share, comment. It will really support my little channel. Iende mahali. Iende mahali. I really like creating content for you guys, so please motivate me to do more. And as you have seen today, the topic is interesting. It's interesting, and as I introduced myself in the first video, I have been doing digital marketing for the last 7 years. This is my 8th year, and so I think I've dipped my foot in a lot of things around this industry. So I may have a little bit of wisdom about it, and these are my opinions. Really, feel free to disagree with them, feel free to agree. Let's chat in the comments. Tell me yours, what you think that people don't believe as much as you do, and it will be a great time. Let's go to the first one. Number 1 is be a jack of all trades. Listen before you come at me. Listen. For me personally, what I think is most organizations or most companies cannot afford an agency. Or for those companies and organizations that can't afford an agency, they will rely on one person to do most of the digital marketing, right? And a lot of organizations are headed that way. Especially the fact that we have startups on the rise, we have SMEs. They really go for the one person fits all kind of thing, and therefore you will need to have mastered or get a grip, just understood the different areas of digital marketing. What are the different areas of digital marketing? So there is account management, client service. There is strategy, like the digital strategies, who looks at the whole, maybe campaign by campaign. And then there is the content creator or the content manager. There is the influencer manager. There's the media buyer. There's the graphic designer, and also the community manager. So even though it's not an SME or a company that wants one person, even when you are hired on the client side, like the corporate side, you'll need to understand all this, so that when you're working with the agency, you can offer feedback, all-rounded feedback, because you will need to have a look at their media buying strategy. You'll have to look at their content, their graphic design. You'll have to talk and understand the client service and what they're telling you. So being a jack of all trades is an advantage in this industry. I don't know about the rest, but for this, honestly, and the fact that you are knowledgeable on these different areas, maybe majority, maybe not all, but majority, you stand a better chance to negotiate a better salary sometimes. So that's a given. That's an addition. That's a plus, right? So that's my opinion, and that's what I would advise anyone. One job is not enough. Wait. I'm talking about the person who has an opportunity to maximize a lot in this industry. So for example, not even for example, you are a digital manager. Your work is purely flexible, like you can work from anywhere. I would advise, or my opinion would be, am I alone? Please, I'm just from watching Sandman. I can't have things moving when I'm in the room alone. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, one job is not enough. where if you have an opportunity, I understand there are people who have a life apart from their job to run. You can be a parent, you could be studying, but if you have the opportunity to maximize, please do. Please do, because you are at your peak. And the more you dip your foot in different industries, for example, banking, fashion, like different industries that require your skill, the better, because you come to find out what you're good at and what you enjoy creating content for, right? So if you're able to, if you have the opportunity to maximize, please, one job is not enough. Look for others, even the small ones, to sustain you, to learn from it. I believe experience is the best teacher. So one job is not enough for this industry. My third, most of what we do is an experiment. Yeah, and by that, this is what I mean. They will teach you marketing in school. Maybe you have your bachelor's, your master's in marketing, but for digital marketing, the most you do, 70% of it is experimental. That's my opinion. That's what I believe, because you will be taught these basic fundamental needs for marketing. There's that, and they work. No one's doubting that. But if you have been in this industry, if you have been working, you know sometimes the things you thought would go viral would hit don't. Those that you don't think would hit and go viral. The things that you thought, the type of content you create that you thought will not be appreciated, or the audience will not understand or relate to it, sometimes they. And I think because, okay, we now have TikTok. Who went to school to learn TikTok? We are just winging it. Most of it is an experiment. And for me, it's do as much as you can. Learn your audience in many ways as possible. Experiment as much as you can. A/B test with the media buying. Do different types of content. When you post, do different timings. Sometimes when you're starting a page or a business, you don't know when is a good time, so you do it the whole time. Like, do everything you can. Don't follow what the other is doing, because different businesses, different ways they prosper. Your business could be prospering on Twitter, the other person's business could be prospering on Facebook. This is all unexpected. No one can sit and tell you they knew what was going to be their end result at the end of it all. And the fact that digital marketing now can be quantified as compared to traditional marketing, for example, billboard. Yeah, we will say these are the number of eyeballs that pass here, but at the end of the day, we will never have tangible results of who saw the billboard. But for digital, we do. No one can ever say they will know 1,000 people. You will aim for 1,000, you'll get 100,000. So it's all about experimenting, and take it as it is, as an experimental industry. So going by what people say mostly, I think you box yourself. So I'd say this is what we do mostly is experiment. I will tell you that for sure. Yeah. Number 4, we are not IT experts. Digital is not IT. Digital marketing, digital advertising is not IT. And the ones who are in this industry, this is not an unpopular opinion on your side, but for people out there, God, I think it's something we need to say more, because I have no business knowing why your laptop is not working. Suzanne, I have no business knowing why your software is not working. I'm not an IT expert. I just came to market on digital. Digital platforms are the social media platforms, email marketing, Google, and those are platforms for marketing. I am an expert in marketing on digital platforms. Yes, sometimes digital can marry with IT and produce brilliant solutions, but we will need an IT expert to come in on the table for us to discuss the merging of that. But we are not IT experts. I don't know why your Windows 10 is behaving the way it's behaving, given the fact that actually I studied IT. And I can try things here and there, but that's where it ends. I'm not an IT expert. We are not an IT expert. We are not. Let me just, and I know if you are a digital marketer and you're watching this, you are nodding because you have been told things that you need to do. Even on job descriptions, like knowledge, unless you're creating an app, I don't know, but we are not IT experts. Sarah, we are not IT experts. I cannot stress that enough. Thank you. My fifth unpopular opinion is digital is seasonal. You will need to go with the times and you will need to maximize on your peak time. And by this, I mean, we have seen organizations I work for barely post on Facebook. Barely post. Not saying that Facebook has, now it's obsolete. It really works for other businesses, but where I am, we are now experimenting with TikTok. God knows how clownery we feel. Where when I started this, Facebook was king. Remember, 7 years ago, Facebook was king. Right now, we barely touch it. I barely touch it with the organizations I work with. And now TikTok, you are needed to understand how to create or package this content that you knew how to package on Facebook and bring it to TikTok. You are now needed to reduce your videos from 10 minutes because of attention span reducing to 60 seconds. You need to convey your message on the first 5 seconds before someone skips an ad. That's why I say it's seasonal. Things change. You need to be on your game. And when I say you need to maximize on your peak, someone told me this and I agree with them 100%. You'll not be doing this at 40. Sadly, you'll not be doing this at 40. Youngings will have been coming with other things. You'll be tired, sir. Emmanuel, you'll be tired. You will, I'm not even seeing myself doing this at 40. So maximize when you have the youth, when you can, when you have the ability to morph into TikTok, into IG, into all these suckers that we are going through, guys, because it is suckers. It is some suckers. So go with it. Now that you have the energy to try and understand these different platforms, do it. Take it. Run with it. But a time is coming. And what's the solution for that? Marketing will always be there. We will always need to market. Learn other ways of marketing. Traditional marketing is never going nowhere, right? Traditional marketing is never, but they are digitalizing. So see the waves where they're going, follow them. Na kama when you are kuretire na ukuwe entrepreneur and start your business and run it on IG, there is also that. But kumbuka kuna time hata IG who went off and you're like, na isipo wai rudi. Nakumbuka siku Facebook, IG, WhatsApp went for hours. Scary. So yeah, it is seasonal and we must go with the times and maximize on your peak. That's my fifth unpopular opinion. In Kenya specifically, you will never be paid enough for digital. These people think kazi yetu ni kupost Facebook. Have you ever told someone you do digital marketing or akwambia, oh, Facebook, oh, kupost Facebook? Right? We have seen influencers go all out and say they are being taken advantage of because they are part of digital marketing. They are part of it. because we are being hired by the older generation, most of them, and it's unfair, and that's why it's unpopular, and that's why I think that way, because that's what I've seen. Like, you will quote an amount and people will look at you like you're ridiculous. Like, you're ridiculous. Like, how dare you think we will pay you that much? You're just posting. Like, it's just... Do they know the science? Do they know what we sacrifice to put content out there? I don't think they'll ever pay us enough. I genuinely... And I'm not saying that... I'm not saying that my bosses are paying. I'm just saying that it will never be enough, because guys, look at us, look at it this way. We are the same. I'm talking to people who are not doing digital marketing. We went through life the same way, and then at some point Yvonne decided, nimepata kazi ya social media. Even though we are on the same age, we are at the same age in art, my prepositions, even though you also were like, you get. So many of employers out there are like, it's not taken that seriously. And the amount of work also that we put out, it will never be, I swear it will never be enough. And I don't know what we will ever quantify it with, but I know some people getting good money if you spread your wings and maybe go outside Kenya, maybe. If maybe. But also good organizations here pay well. I'm not also, but I also don't think they pay enough. And by enough, I mean with the work that we have to do, with the experimenting that we have to do, it will never be enough. My last unpopular opinion is that digital marketing and self-esteem, for real, we are mostly creatives, right? And for you to put content out there that shows this is your work, it will need you will need all the esteem you got, guys. You will need it, be it your profession, be it your personal brand, be it anything. You need self-esteem to do this kind of job, because sometimes things don't go your way. Sometimes, most of the times, things don't go your way, and you will be needed tomorrow to wake up and come and show up and bring more content, do more media buying, and create another graphic design, and forget even posting it on social media or on other digital platforms before it is approved. We all know what it takes before things are approved. Oh my gosh. You will think you have the $1 million idea. Someone will say something, and you will question your existence. I promise you, you will question your existence, because what? No, you need esteem to do this job. Your esteem is as... sometimes for the content creators, the influencers, sometimes you do this thing that takes hours and hours, and then the number of likes that you expected compared to what you put out, it's not translating. So what do? Close your channels? No, you don't. So yeah, my unpopular opinion is, for you to do it, you need high self-esteem. And if you haven't noticed that as a digital marketer, please notice and start hyping yourself up. Don't dwell on the nose, don't dwell on the likes, don't dwell on the numbers. Start hyping yourself up, because it is so easy to be crushed. And people don't get it out there. So it is for your own good, and it's your own job, your responsibility to hype yourself up. And then one day you'll be hyped up. One day your SME will rise. One day. because you will need to be consistent. You will need to believe in the work that you're putting out. When you're presenting your idea to your boss, you will need to stop telling yourself how out of the blue or how obnoxious it is. And if it's a no, okay, tomorrow. And there will be bad days, but yeah, digital marketing requires self-esteem. Anyway, guys, I think that's it for me. Tell me, what do you think about my 7 unpopular opinions? If you have more, let me know. Comments below. Subscribe. Hiya, by the guys, I'm not going to be singing this song. Honest, no, this John. Subscribe. Anyway, thank you. Short and sweet as we like it. I will catch you later. Bye bye.